Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Hannah. So today we will going to participate this scare tag, and we will answer also the questions in scare tag video. So I've saw a lot of YouTubers doing the scare tag, and I love their answers, especially when the questions they have to choose, who are they going to be friends of. But anyways, all right. So in the scare tag, I've also noticed that while answering the questions, you will color a certain coloring book that relates to, Halloween or scare or creepy or scary thingy kind of Halloween book. So today I'm going to color this pop manga cute and creepy coloring book by Camellia D'Erico. Right. So let's start. So I'm going to choose. I'm not sure if I can concentrate in answering question and then at the same time doing a color because I think it's my first time. I think so. I think so because in my previous tag, like start with small tag, that's the scavenger hunt round 4 summer version. Yeah, I did not color and answer questions in that videos. Yes. All right. So help me, and I hope you are going to stay until the end of the video. And yeah, let's start. Okay. So I'm going to choose this picture, and then I'm going to choose give me a second, this color. Okay. So let's answer those questions in scare tag. But first, I want to say thank you for tagging me, Pixie, of Pixie's project. And also go check her channel because her coloring books are amazing. Her coloring books collections are amazing, and also her collections of glitter pens. Actually, I love it. And then the way she colors the background, oh my god, stunning. And also I noticed that her color selections are brilliant and yes, and amazing. I love it. Everything is 11. Go check her channel. Yeah, she tagged me on this scare tag, and then this scare tag video, or yeah, is created by um Emma of Emma Colors 2020, and Corey of Colorful Optimistic. So I'm going to link their YouTube channel in my description box. And also for those who are watching, I normally write something in the description box. So if you are, if you are watching this, and then sometimes I not sometimes, but I hope that you are going to check the descriptions as well. Okay, so I'm going to include all of YouTube channel of Pixie's project, Emma of Emma Colors 2020, and Colorful Optimistic, Corey of Colorful Optimistic. There you go. So in this scare tag, to join this color a Halloween, there you go, color a Halloween page and answer the questions. It has 19 questions. I wonder why it's 19. Give me a sec. Okay, so I'm back. So anyways, I wonder why it has only 19 questions. Maybe there is a reason why the scare tag has only 19 questions, right? Let's start. So I'm going to if ever I answered everything, every questions, every I mean all 19 questions and I'm not yet finished, I will speed this video because I wanted to finish this in one video, okay? So I'm going to use this and then as always, I'm going to try this is my magical book. Testing book. So before I'm going to um the test the color or color the certain coloring book, I'm going to test first which is the base first color, wait, first color, second color, and the last one. So I'm going to find the lighter one and then the last is the darker one. So let's start with this. Second and then third. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Let's start. Question number 1. What weapon would you choose if you were living in the Walking Dead series? Before I was a fan of sorry Walking Dead fans. I was a fan of Walking Dead. I stopped watching The Walking Dead when Rick, the main character of The Walking Dead, died. And if you're going to recall that scene where he just, let the how can I say let the zombie eat him, and then they were in the bridge, and then I think if I'm not mistaken, if I remember, they put a bomb on that scene, and it explodes. But that scene, I stopped watching Walking Dead. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to choose. Woo! I'm going to choose Katana. It's because Katana of Mission. I like Katana of Mission. I like that. How can I say? I like that weapon. So if I'm going to choose weapon, I'm going to ask Michonne if she can provide another katana, and I'm going to use that when there will be like zombies in front of me. So there you go. Number 2. Question number 2. If you were paid to stay in a night, wait, let me rephrase that. If you were paid to stay that night in a haunted house, would you, and how much would they have to give you? Of course. Why not? First, I am a curious person, an adventurous one, and I'm not afraid of everything. Why? It's because our house in my mom's house, we live in a kind of suburban setup. So we call it province. So we live in for example, this is our house. At the back of our house is a cemetery. In front of our house is a church. So I don't mind living in a haunted house because since I was a kid, I've experienced those certain things. Actually, so I'm not afraid of living in a haunted house. And it's because well, it depends. Well, I'm going to ask them how much are they going to pay me. So if the cost is big, so yeah, why not? I mean, really, why not? Because I'm used to it, and I don't I'm not scared of it. And there is one phrase that my mom told me, that don't be afraid of those things. Don't be afraid of those certain, not like ours, because they cannot hurt you. They cannot touch you. They cannot something. They really cannot hurt you. Um, the only thing that you are afraid of is person, people, because people hurt people. People can hurt you. People can do, unpleasant things to you. So, but those things, nah, don't be afraid of those things, because why? In my opinion, I believe that we are not used to seeing those things. And then also we develop in our mind that that, for example, that person already died, and then you saw the spirit. Of course, you would probably wonder why you saw a certain image, the same of the person, close person, your close person who died recently. So our reaction is to be afraid, and to scare, how can I explain, to be afraid of that certain person, or to develop a scary emotion. That's why we have this, are you afraid of the dark, are you afraid of spirits, those kind of reaction. But in my case, I don't believe, because I'm used to it. I mean, I told my mom, my mom told me, sorry, my mom told me that don't be afraid of those things, because they're just spirits, they're just monsters. I mean, if that monster will hurt you, well, that is not an ordinary monster, that is a person. Yeah, because a while ago I mentioned people hurt people. Only people can hurt us, not monsters. Okay, so for those who are afraid of the dark, they cannot hurt you unless you will hurt yourself, right? So that's another story again. But anyways, and lastly, what did I miss? Yeah, why not? I'm going to stay in a haunted house. If and I'm going to ask myself, not ask myself, I'm going to tell myself, don't be afraid. It's just, a haunted house. They just put a label that is a haunted house. Because if you say haunted house, and then you will develop again, scary monster, they will hurt you. No. Unlike that, if you go in a certain haunted house, and then when you go out in that certain haunted house, you have bruises, and you didn't hurt yourself. You have bruises, you have bites, then that's a certain how can I say, that's a certain thing that you can touch. But if you're going to talk about haunted house spirits and people who die there, I don't mind. If they pay me a lot, sure, why not? Okay. All right. Next, where are we? Number 3. What superstition or urban legend do you believe? All right. Well, we have a lot. Okay, we have a lot. Number 1. In number 2 question, number 1. Wait, bullet 1. I mentioned a while ago in question number 2 that we live in a province or suburb settings, that my house is, at the back is a cemetery, in front of our house is a church. They say, I'm not saying this, but they say that the last place of a certain spirit will leave their body is the church. Did you believe that? Because in our setup in our country, when a person died, they will go to church. The priest will offer prayer to that, person who died. And then they say that when that happened, the spirit will leave the body. So the last place where the spirit will leave his or her body is church, not the cemetery. So I'm not afraid of cemetery. Sort of. I'm not afraid also of the church. It's just like there are a lot of urban legends saying that the last place that the last place where the spirit leaves his or her body is the church. I'm not sure because people already offered the prayer. I mean, accepted that he is in the other place already. So that's one of my, not mine, but other. They say that urban legends here in my country believes. Second is we have a lot. And where is that book? I want to grab that book. I purchased this book. It's because it is should I say, it can relate to Halloween theme. So I have an ongoing October Halloween color tag. So if you want to participate, you can color any coloring book related to should I say Halloween, and I'm going to tag that video somewhere, this side or that side. But yeah, let me grab that coloring book. Wait. So let me show you this book. I'm sorry. He is a, can you see? Okay, let me close this first. See, I'm very talkative. He is a Filipino artist, Patrick Earl Alvarez. His book is available in Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to have a flip through of this book, but let me show you. Wait, because he has this illustration related to Halloween. And where is it? I saw Tiyanak here, Tiyanak and Manananggal. Wait, let's just talk about the Manananggal and then the Tiyanak. Where is it? Okay, here is the Manananggal. Manananggal or Aswang? Yeah, Manananggal. Can you see? Let me. So this is the Manananggal. Can you see? This is the Manananggal. It says here, a type of person, aswang, that can fly after separating itself from the lower half of its body, and it eats babies and fetuses from the mother's womb using its long tongue. So this is actually, we have this urban legend. This is a normal person. It's like a vampire in US, and then we have this, aswang in the Philippines. So when there is like a full moon, this certain type of urban legend will separate his or her body, and then will fly and find a pregnant woman who did not wear or wrap his baby bump a color black cloth, they say. So he or she will separate his body or her body and fly and find a pregnant woman and eats the baby, or it's the fetus. The baby is like, already out in the womb, and then fetus is still inside the womb. So here in the Philippines, we have this kind of urban legend. So next is the Tiyanak. Where is it? I saw the Tiyanak here. There. Okay. So this is the Tiyanak. It's a baby. Okay, wait. Here. What did you say? Okay. Tiyanak. We call it Tiyanak. A baby who died before receiving baptism, rights and returns to the living world as a flesh-eating creature. So it lures people to take it home, disguising as a normal baby. So they say, I'm not saying all, but this is our urban legend here. We have a lot of urban legend, and I want to talk because this book has the answer of our urban legend here in the Philippines. So if you want to know about urban legend related to Halloween, scary kind of stuff, you you have to buy this because the illustrator explains all, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, all the urban legends we have here in the Philippines. So the story here is like, a baby died before, baptism, and then, someone, it has a story. Someone, should I say, recruit this spirit, and then this baby will disguise a normal baby, and then this baby will eat, the family. So that's the story of Ayuchana. What else? Yeah, anyways, I'm not going to talk more. But if you're going to go in Amazon or check in Amazon, if you want to know our Philippines urban legend related to Halloween, go to Amazon and add this to your cart. Okay, because I'm going also to flip through this book. Sorry, he has a very, very, very nice coloring book, and I can't wait to have a flip through of this book. All right. Okay, let's continue. Anyways, number 3. Oh, I already answered number 3. Number 4. Which horror movie did you never get over? Have you seen Exorcism? That movie. Oh my god. When I was a kid, I saw that movie and I cannot sleep. And also, oh my god. There's a lot of horror movies actually. My cousin, she likes to watch horror movies, and when I was like, I think teenager, we loved to watch horror movies. And then she introduced me this kind of horror movie. I think that's The Grudge. Yeah, The Grudge. So in that movie, oh my god, I don't like to go out, but anyways. Anyways, that's my experience, but The Grudge, I really love that movie. Next. But yeah, my answer for number 4 is Exorcism. Next. What is your number 5? What is your favorite scary or Halloween coloring book? As of now, this, and the Creative Heaven coloring book. Wait, let me grab this. So those are my coloring book related to Halloween. My god. Next. What is the scariest book you've ever read? FYI, I don't read scary kind of type of book, but I collect coloring books related to Halloween, but I don't read horror type of genre. But I love reading inspirational books. I love reading entrepreneurship books, but scary and horror books, no, I don't. I think I mentioned to my one of my videos that I really really like Simon Sinek's book, especially the Start with Why book. You have to watch. Not you have to watch, but if you have time, Grab your copy. Next. Oh my god. What is the scariest book you've ever read? I think I already answered that one. Next. Yeah? I cannot see. Number 6. Oh no, number 7. What is the scariest book you ever read? Yeah. Number 7. If you would be a monster, what one would you be? A scary monster. Maybe this. I want to be like this. And then the agility or the power of this monster is to tease someone who scares us. Like if you're afraid of monster, then we or I will tease you by touching you, by moving around things until you will realize that we are not, you know we we are not true. I mean, we are not real. So yeah, I think that that is this is I mean, the monster that I want to be is this. So next, number 8. Where is the place you have ever been? Ah, I have related to Halloween. Well, a lot actually. Oh my god. Right now in my room, I'm not sure. Where is the place you have ever been? A lot actually. Um, Let me think. Well, if you're talking about related to Halloween, of course, the cemetery. Um, Scary places I've ever been. Where is it? Cemetery. A haunted house. A province. Oh my god. A province where there are a lot of urban legends that before we have to go inside in our house when the dark comes, because there are a lot of uncertain things that we cannot predict. So I think I don't want to talk about the place, but I think that's the place I've ever been. Next, number 9. Are you scared of the dark? And if so, what scares you most? No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the dark. Um, as I mentioned a while ago, that it's us actually who creates a certain image, that if we will go to a place where it's dark, we tend to create monster. We tend to create someone will grab you. Nah, if that place is empty and no one is there, no one will touch you, no one will hurt you, because it's us who creates this monster. It's our mind who creates this monster. And that's why I'm not afraid of the dark. Seriously. It's just like I'm afraid of real situation like the pandemic. There are a lot of people there who undergo stress, and it's worst of being afraid of monster. And one of the reason why I continue doing my old hobby, because this was my hobby when I was a kid, is coloring. one of the reason is I was bored of inside our house because of the pandemic. We tend to before we tend to our government always mandates us lockdown because the rate of COVID here in the Philippines is very, very high. And sometimes it's so frustrating because I want to go home in our hometown. Sometimes it's so frustrating because my job is um, a little stressful and I want to unwind. But we're not used to this. I mean, we are all first timers of this pandemic. And me and my husband used to go out, used to travel. You know, our last travel is in Singapore. We want to explore, and it stopped. It's because of the pandemic. So those kind of stuffs that I'm afraid of. Second is World War. I'm not afraid of the dark. It's just like I'm afraid of a real situation. I'm not afraid of ghosts because ghosts is just like I mentioned a while ago. It's us who creates that. The uh should I continue talking about this? But if you're going to ask me about that certain things like advices or deep topic, let me know. I can go live and talk about those stuffs. Call me nerd, but yeah, those are scenarios and I'm afraid of those things: pandemic, world war, the things that we cannot predict, we cannot hold, we cannot how can I say, we cannot um search a solution right away. And if there will be a solution, we will undergo a very stressful situation like we experienced 2020. Everyone, every country, all countries were locked down that time. We stayed in our houses, and our situation here in the Philippines is very, very difficult because I don't want to talk because there's a lot of trolls there will comment my section. But if you are from the Philippines, living in the Philippines, you know what I mean. It's so difficult when the time we were locked down. Oh my god, I'm afraid of those situations, and I wish, and crossing fingers, I don't want to go back that situation again. My wish is to lesser the pandemic, the cases of COVID here. And let's just, I hope that the new normal is the one that we use, the one that we wear mask. But my wish is to go back to normal. So anyway, that's my answer if I'm afraid of the dark. Next, number 9. Oh no, number 10. Do you go to the toilet with the lights on or off after a scary movie? And if you have a closet, what's this? Would you need to have a door fully closed to sleep? Number 1, I turn on every time, with or without watching a scary movie, I need to turn on the lights. Why? To check if I flashed properly. Second is I don't have a closet as of now. There are a lot of people afraid of closet, and I was like, what? Why? And again, don't be. You're just creating your own monster. And by creating your own monster, you tend to react, not to do certain things. You have this gap. So if you're going to keep on thinking that there is a monster, then you are building a gap. Not only by closing the door, turn on, turn off the light, it affects also to your daily life. Because you develop a certain gap, you know what I mean? So from the very beginning of this video, I mentioned to all of you guys that I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm not afraid of monster, because it's us who creates monster. Okay, you should afraid of people, because people hurt people. But I understand that, because we are an individual um who are into survival. So if you go back to old age, have you seen Crudes? So if you notice Crudes, they have to survive. That's us. So I don't have problem with that. It's just like I want to share to everyone that, you know, that thing. I don't want to mention it. I don't want to mention it again. But yeah, we are the one who creates the monster. You know what I mean? Monsters that spirits, those stuff. Anyways, next. Where is it? Number 11. Number 11. Do you prefer to watch scary movies with others or alone? I'm not afraid of watching scary movie alone. Why? Because I find it funny. Number one, if you're going to ask me, what are your scary movies? I mean, what is your favorite horror scary movie? I like The Nun. I like The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I like The Exorcism. Yeah, I like The Exorcism. I like Conjuring, all of the series, and I like I forgot. Insidious. I'm sorry. Those are my favorite scary movies. If you're going to ask me that, you know, if I prefer to watch scary movie, and then go to a toilet, why not? Is it? Yeah. Oh no. If I'm going to watch a scary movie with others or alone, I don't mind. As long as my, you know, should I say, my husband is, you know, also, I don't think so he likes scary movie. I'm the one who likes scary movie. So I don't mind watching alone. Those movies that I mentioned a while ago. Next, because it's just like a movie. It's just a movie. No biggie. Next. Do you want to be a vampire, zombie, or werewolf, and why? Okay, I want to be a vampire. Why? Vampires are sexy and they live longer, but the beauty is still there. If you become a vampire with the age of 18 years old, then you will be looking an 18 years old forever. That's their benefit of being a vampire. Yes. That's it. And they eat blood. The saddest thing is they eat blood. Anyways, they suck blood like a mosquito. So yeah, if you will ask me to answer which side am I going to be, is I want to be a vampire. You know, they're very beautiful, they're very strong. What else? Unlike zombies, nah. Look at them. Oh my god. Thank you. And werewolf, although I like dogs, but I don't want to transform into a monster. I want to maintain the beauty, you know. And vampires also are smart because of course they tend to live longer than the normal ones, the normal people, the normal human beings. Vampire ages, no ages. Vampires aged based on the movie is, sometimes they reach 100 years old, 200 years old, 500 years old, but look at them, they're still young, they're still the same, and their knowledge is woof, amazing. So yeah, I am team vampire. How are you? I mean, how about you guys? The one who is watching right now, which team are you? Are you team Bella? Are you team Twilight? Are you team oh, oh shoot, I forgot the name of the guy who turns werewolf. And are you team Walking Dead? Okay, so let me know. Add your comments in the comment box. Which team are you? Team Vampire, Team Werewolf, or Team Zombie? And let me know why. Because I am Team Vampire. Alright? That's my answer. Why I want to be a vampire. Next. Do you prefer gory, creepy, or cute and spooky? Of course, cute and spooky. I like cute and spooky. Same with this. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. What? I have a feeling. Next. What scares you most about being home alone? That no food, no internet, and no water. It's so difficult if you don't have water and you're alone. You know, if you want to go to comfort room, you cannot flash it because you don't have water. And if you want to cook pasta or rice, you cannot do it because there's no water and you're home alone. And the car doesn't have a gas and your house is very far from the city. Imagine yourself, it's a disaster. So yeah. And next, number 16, would you rather walk through a cornfield or forest in the dark? Why? Okay, for example, all right, okay, let's make a story. So that question, if I'm not mistaken, 15. Question number 15. If you're home alone, and then, yeah, okay, so the story is like this. You're alone, and then I mentioned a while ago that afraid of no food, no internet, and no water. Okay, and then your car doesn't have gas because it's run of gas. And then your house is far from the city. Your house is located in a center of cornfield. Before reaching the forest and then before reaching the highway. So what are you going to do? I will ask my viewers, what are you going to do? Are you going to find a way to reach the highway and buy and ask someone help, or buy a liter of gas and then go back and fill your car with the gas, and then you're going to buy water? For me, yes, that's it. If I don't have a choice and I'm super hungry and my car run of gas and I need to go, should I say, run off a cornfield and then forest, why not? If you are talking about survival and reality, you don't have any choice, but rather swallow your pride. No, swallow your thinking that you're afraid of going in a cornfield or in a forest because you have to survive. Imagine you don't have water and you need to fill in your car a gas. You have to eat. So what am I going to do? Of course, I will go out. I will bring the katana, of course. In question number 1, I will bring my katana. I will bring my katana with me. Of course, no one will help me unless there is another person or people there also, you know. So, at least I have a weapon. Going in a cornfield. Oh, before I forget. Before leaving my house, I will bring a bag with me. And then, I will get corn. Of course, I'm already in a cornfield. I will, get some corn, and then forests, and then after surviving the cornfield, and then next level is the forests scene. I will find a mushroom. Mushroom. You will know. Let me know if Let me know if you want to know how to should I say, how to know if that mushroom is, you can eat. So I will find a fruit there, fruit in the forest, and if I can find fruits, put in my bag together with my corn. And then I will ask someone to oh wait, I will go after the forest level, and then I will find someone if they can fetch me, and then I will ask him that, or rather I'll walk, because I'm used to in marathon. Actually, of course I will bring candy with me, but yes, I will walk and walk till I can find a convenience store where I can find a water. First, I will drink water, then I will buy gas, or I will buy a bike, and then I will buy a bike, and then I will buy a gas, maybe just just enough to fill in my car, and then go home, and then fill my car a gas, and then go back to the convenience store and buy a water. Anyways, next. Where is it? Would you rather walk through? Okay, I already answered that one. Oh my gosh. Oh wait. Where is it? Number. Wait. Okay, number 17. If you could make a magic potion, what would it do? What would it do? And what ingredients would it take to make it? Potion? I'm going to make a courage potion. There you go. I'm going to make that with a little bit of this and a little bit of that, so that you are not going to be afraid of the dark anymore, and you will open your mind that you're just creating your own. You are just creating your own monster. There you go. So I'm going to make that potion with a little of this, little bit of this, and a little bit of that. That's the ingredients. The name of the ingredients is a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay, next. Oh my god. What? Wait. Number 18. What is your favorite Halloween costume of all time? Well, when I was working in an office set up. Every 31st, we have this Halloween party. And then in this Halloween party, all employees must wear Halloween costume. And then we have this, lunch break where we have our Halloween party. We have also food at that time because we asked budget to the owner. We're going to have a Halloween party, and we are going to have a Halloween program. Everyone will, wear a costume, and you must. I told the owner, you must provide us, food. There you go. Because I was the spokesperson, project manager of that certain company, and I was also the human resource slash project manager slash human resource of that company. But anyways, so one of my favorite costume is this. So that picture, let me see. So I asked my husband that's me. Is it scary? So I asked my husband to paint my face that simple. So I just bought a white cloth, and then I also bought this is like face paint acrylic. I'm not sure, but I think this is a face paint kind of coloring material. So I asked my partner to make me scary, and then the clothes looks like a blood. So that's my favorite. Second is this. So I asked my husband if he can create a like a realistic kind of someone slash or slit my face, and then I wear a color black contact lens, and I wear black a dress at the time. So I was the black lady of that Halloween party. Next is this. This is like a clown. I don't know. It's just like I said to myself, what am I going to do with this year's Halloween party? So I bought a unique contact lens, a white contact lens. Not I bought, but my brother gave me this contact lens. And then again, I asked my husband to paint my face that way, and then I just improvised the costume, the clothes. So those are my top 3 favorite Halloween costumes. So see, so all the 3 Halloween costumes I have shown to you, I won the best Halloween costume. Yay! Okay. So enough. Okay, next. Number 19. Who would you rather have as a friend? Michael Myers? Pennywise? Michael Myers? Pennywise? Alien versus Predator? Alien and Predator? Or Freddy Krueger, and why? Alien. Why? They're unique. These person, Michael Myers, Pennywise, Freddy Krueger, are actually real person. Those are real person. I think those are the real persons, just like they have this, personality thingy. So anyways, I'm not going to talk about that. I know I'm not going to talk about that. But I am, as I mentioned a while ago, I am a curious person, and I want to be friends with Alien and Predator. Those are unique ones, and I want to understand their nature. There you go. I want to know who are they. And of course, it's risky of course, in every situation, if you want to engage, certain new things, it is risky. So yeah, I'm team Alien and Predator. Michael Myers, Pennywise, Freddy Krueger, excuse me. You're out of the lists. I'm into Alien and Predator. And there you go. I forgot to answer number 13. Yeah, I think so. Would you participate in a zombie run? Which is a city event that is like a haunted fun run. So if you would be a zombie or a runner. Well, I was a marathoner uh when the scenario is still normal. I ran half marathon, 21 kilometers together with my husband. And um in my story number, oh my gosh, I forgot. When I was like, if I will go to a cornfield in a forest. So I mentioned a while ago that if I'm okay to go in, and then I mentioned that there's I don't have problem because I run. I'm used to running. I was a marathon and I miss running. Um I ran 21 kilometers. Um I I wanted to participate that zombie run. We have here, but we were not able to participate that time because we were out of town. So it's fun actually based on the pictures. It's really really fun. But if you're going to ask me if I would be a runner or a zombie, I would rather be a runner. I would choose team runner. I really don't have. I mean, I don't mind because I'm used to running and I miss running. Actually, I miss running every morning. This is not related to skate pad, but I miss running every morning. 5 kilometers every morning. Can't wait. I can't wait. But that that wish will come true soon, soon, soon. I'm not good at answering questions or yeah, and then at the same time doing a color singing. But I think I answered already the all questions. I think I just missed number 13. That's number 13. I believe so. I think so. I'm sorry. I did not wear my eyeglasses because sometimes it hurts if you're going to wear every day your eyeglasses. I need to rest in a while. What else? Oh, yeah, I'm going to tag. So yes. So see, I will be watching your answers and I can't wait to watch also your version of coloring scare tag. Yes. And yeah, let me know which team are you? Team vampire, team zombie, or team werewolf. Right? So I'm going to speed this video because take a look at my, piece. I did not finish this because I was busy answering and talking to you and sharing my, answers about scare tag. Alright? So I'm going to speed this one in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So this is just an experiment. Um, let's see. A while ago, I showed you a clip. Who am I going to tag this video? And I would love to hear your answers, especially which team are you going to, or yeah. So this is just an experiment, guys. That I'm going to tag Sarah Renee Clark. Sarah Renee experiment. Let's see if she noticed me. And because a lot of colorists in our channel who've been doing this scare tag, and it fits to the, should I say, the upcoming Halloween. I love her content and videos, and I always watched her new upload every Friday. That's 5 in the afternoon here in my time. So yeah, I sometimes add comment in there, and wanted also to share my experience. So let's see if she noticed me. I'm going to add a comment there this coming Friday, commenting that I tagged you in a scare tag. This is just a ambitious tag. Let's just see if she noticed me, but if it's not, that's fine. It's just an experiment on how big YouTubers or big channel notices small YouTubers like us. Excuse me. Oops. Wait. Let me grab a sponge. Another sponge. This is my old sponge. So let's just grab it. Anyways. Let's see if she notices us. Small YouTubers like us. So if you are watching this, Sarah, the question is written in my description box. We would love to hear your answer, and we would love to see what are you going to color during the scare tag video. So I'm done, and then I just add a little bit of this and this All right. So thank you so much once again, Pixie of Pixie's Project, who tagged me this video and giving me the opportunity to answer those questions. And thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, everyone. For my subscribers, thank you so much for staying. Thanks so much for commenting, adding, and watching my videos. And for new subscribers, don't forget to um, give me a like, give me a subscription. If you like this video, do subscribe my channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification bells so that every time I'm going to upload a new video and also speed coloring like this, you will get a notification and you will be notified. Right? Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoy my videos, my video, and the scare tag video. And let's just wait if Sarah Renee Clark will respond my tag. Right? See you in my next video. Bye bye, guys.